answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to, okay? Yeah. Okay. Ooh. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10. Hey.
Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Here's Jackson on third and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Following the interception, Finley under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald, and it'll be a second and long.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Another try after the first down sack. Finley. That's complete to John Ross. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
41 Mike. Hey, wahoo! Are you ready?
On third down, Finley. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really listen to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Finley. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, jump. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, exit. Watch twist. Wide, get wide.
Play action now. Here's Finley. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
On the ready.
On 1st and 10, Finley. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go! 70, Indy. That's a screen. Pass. Go. Now. Bring it. 41's coming. 41's the mic. No chance. 41 mic. You're going night. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Finley. This is caught at the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. That's a big gain. Operating in the red zone now, Finley. This is the tight end Fant. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, stand up. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Check. First down, get it.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's third and goal. Third and goal for Finley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 26, check 26.
Henderson going to run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their two drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
No, that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, Finley. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You draw quarters. Slant. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get ready.
2nd down, Finley. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check three. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit. Hey!
They just do get the play off. Now Finley. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's going to field this at the 4. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Ross on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
20! And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they... And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Antonio Callaway, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch the twist. Motion.
Jackson now. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Going up top for Kupp. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, Finley. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, foxtrot. Check down.
They go play action. Finley. Got a man open. It's Ross. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
60 outlaw.
Finley now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. A first down throw for Finley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Draw play, Cohen. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Go. Leo. Watch the safety creep. Smooth. 59. Hey. On the ball.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
61. Match box right. Hey, lock it. Check. Hey, alert 3. Hey, Delta. Lee Griffin.
Finley here, third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Campbell picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now here's Ross. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put that?
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. 88 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And his guys will get the football. Right at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check nickel.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That'll be caught by Kupp. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Finley now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
In your face. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey, watch it. Protein spill. Shoot.
Finley on play action. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things of
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, wahoo! Now! I'm coming up to you.
To try again after the sack. Finley that escapes the sack. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finley. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
No.
4th down, Finley. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They got a man. It's Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 51 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson on 1st down. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Go. Let him know. Ready.
Finley wants to throw this thing. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, do.
Throwing again, Finley on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Cohen. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down.
Break. 41's the mark. Go. Rush in, fire.
Finley, 3rd and 2. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Look at me. Go. Hey, let's go. Hey! They're not ready for this, man.
Now Finley on 4th down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jackson now. Going to throw again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety three. New draw Horford. Safety three. Check it out. Go. Jackrabbit.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Finley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call nowhere to escape, and he goes down? The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack on first down, Jackson now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still two timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coaches.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think